Good evening, everyone. How is it going? I am one of your commentators, Josh Bittner. I am joined by Dazed Cloud and with Make Walk Herd on tracking. How's it going, Dazed?
Oh, it's going well there, Josh. Oh man, this is a very hype race for just week 3 of the league here. I mean, you got Skelly on one side there representing Validation Chest Boots there with 6 points on the season. On the other side, you got Zelga Tassan repping the Eastern Skippers with also 6 points. Both of these guys' reputations are just of the highest caliber, pretty much. These guys are incredible runners, and we're going to be playing some casual boots today, so hope everybody's wanting a fast seed.
Yeah, I am excited to see these two go at it. Highly known names in this community. Casual Boots, a mode that everyone knows and loves. There may have been a tournament about it earlier this summer. But basically, we all will have to do our standard start, as we're going to start right now. And we do the standard start, we got to go through the escape tutorial sequence, but all the items, of course, are going to be shuffled. But fortunately, as we get $5 out of Link's house, we're going to start with some boots. And then, once we get to Uncle, we get a sword.
Yeah, yep, and then from that point on, it's just, yeah, like you mentioned, just get through escape as quickly as humanly possible there. You're looking to get out about around the 5:15 mark there. If you can get underneath the 5:15, you did extremely well going through this entire thing, but if you can't, then, well, you know, you're not beat, but at that point you might start thinking, maybe I'm a little bit behind right now. As we get a blue cane there out of Uncle Chest, as Skelly with a little bit of a spin speed there to get through that hallway, kind of fun.
Yeah, that's a little bit of swag that you can do. You know, at that level, yeah, definitely a 5:15 is what you want to be at. Me personally, I'm like a 5:25 to 5:27, so I have to, I don't know, either practice, stop bonking, get better at ball and chain guard, something like that.
There's a whole lot that goes into it.
So we're gonna go check out the first chest of escape. And there's a nice little spin strat that everyone should learn, although it only nets us another 20 bucks. And trying to pick up on which MSU pack we're checking out today. I believe it is the Twilight Princess MSU?
Yep, that would be Twilight Princess there. I think I use that one quite often when I'm racing on SpeedGaming there, since the MSU pack I like to use, actually, you know, thanks to YouTube, gets all pinged all the heck. So yeah, can't do that, but we're gonna grab the small key here out of Boomerang chest and make our way back down to Zelda's cell, not Zelga's cell. That's a completely different thing.
Yeah, kind of just a standard beginning here, you know, not much found. I mean, the blue cane is a nice pickup, but not much going on, although it looks like Zelga Dasan's going to be greeted by the green guard, and that'll affect their time.
Yeah, just a little bit of unfortunate there RNG there that the green guard decided to take a look at where exactly Zelga went and then came over to help him out with the ball and chain guard. So a little unfortunate there, but I mean, we're talking maybe a second time loss here. That's absolutely nothing.
In the end, a few seconds in escape is, even at this level, unlikely to kill you. Unless it really comes down to, like, the most linear, we sure we're not playing NMG style run here?
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, there are tons of ways to make up even 10 seconds to get to someone at my level who would be 10 seconds behind. To be able to make that time up easily.
I mean, that's kind of the thing with casual boots. Like, everybody, you know, this is the early part where you can't really gain a whole lot of time. Like, it's okay, yeah, 10 seconds, but 10 seconds over a rando run, it can be a big deal, It can, but it's not usually that much of a deal because, I mean, here, the moment we get out of this escape sequence, that's when we still have to start making our decisions, right? Like,
Oh yeah.
that's when you have to go, okay, so am I going to go South Shore? Or am I going to just play it completely standard here, go directly to CAC and see what we get there as we get a map chest out of Dark Cross?
Yeah. Point being, the culmination of your decisions leading to a 10-second loss and being able to blame it on escape when there are other 10-second time losses based on an extra check. You know, maybe you didn't need to open that extra chest in the GT gauntlet or what have you, and lots of little things where you can waste a few seconds here and there.
Well, let's finally get back to the back of Escape here and see what we got here. We've got some 10 arrows and 20 rupees here. So, yeah, Escape being kind of boring here so far. Not
Very
a whole lot.
dry.
Yeah, nothing now.
But we'll see what is in the Sanctuary chest, and if we get something, then great. But,
if we don't start getting anything and we don't find bombs before we get CAC, I think we're going to be hitting those bonk rocks right outside the fortune teller's house to get that free bomb.
Fortunately, 3 bombs.
Or we can just get them there. Yeah, sure. I mean, if the game wants to be easy, sure, why not?
We'll take those. That saves you $50 from buying either a 10-bomb pack, as I believe we have a map check of 3 crystals in the light world there, just 3 blue crystals.
Yep, and 10 arrows in bonk rocks today.
Yeah, so far, not a lot. But I'm sure we're gonna get just a stacked Kakariko village, right? That's what we're gonna get.
We're gonna get some kind of Kakariko village. Your definition of stacked may vary from the runners, but we'll see. We'll see exactly what it is here. Is a bush crab. Oh, gosh, yeah, we're not getting any sort of like nicety items here. That bush crab just having
no money from the tree pole, no money from the bush crabs. It's very disappointing. We have Clear Mouse going in chat, saying that they could go for a short stack. Yeah, we can go hit up IHOP after this.
Seems like a plan. As a nice dash through the woods here for both runners as we grab the 300 there in sync, and yeah. So wow,
we'll take that. You know, not being broke, a common strategy for a lot of runners, I notice, especially in the Boots tournament, is after you're done with Mini Moldorm Cave, you're hoping that you have lots of money because you could do a water walk and make your way over. Ooh, we have Skelly resetting the tree pole for a different tier and getting a whole bunch of bombs.
Yeah, that was smart on Skelly's side there. That's gonna possibly save a little bit of money here. We'll see exactly what the Blind's basement here has. If it's got a whole bunch of bombs down here, then it's, well, you know, whatever.
But point being, we would love to do the water walk from either the Mini Moldorm or Ice Rod Cave. You know, if we're gonna have the money to do that, we need like another 130 rupees. Ooh, as we get the bow.
Right. So that's gonna start maybe making our runners start thinking about that crystal in Eastern Palace here, especially now that we got the flute here in the back of Blindside.
Oh, wow. Let's go. And at this racer level, I can assure you that lamp logic does not exist. These runners will happily collect a crystal out of logic.
Oh, 100%, yeah. And we're going to go back down to the well here, grab an ice rod, which unfortunately probably does mean that Turtle Rock is going to be a pendant today, but we have to wait till we get into Dark World to see. Just 5 rupees, or the piece of art there in the back, and, well, kind of nothing else. Got a whole bunch of bombs.
I was going to say, a very explosive well there. Wowee.
Okay, and our good friend Bottle Vendor there does give us a heart container, and then we're going to go ahead and activate this flute.
Yup, it's The Song of the Swag Duck. At the same time, even. That's gonna open up lots of nice, fast overworld movement for us to get around. You know, we're gonna continue, of course, in Kakariko for the moment, as both of our runners are gonna go raid the chicken hut, blowing up an innocent villager's wall inside their house for a hook shot.
Ooh, now that gives you awkward options here. Which one are you gonna choose?
I'd still collect I'd be attracted to the crystal. I mean, East Death Mountain is very interesting. But with no way to get to Hera, I would be a little bit uninterested in going there. But I'd probably still scout out South Shore just to collect a whole bunch of potentially useful items.
Yeah, that one's a bit of a tough decision there to make. Yeah, because you bring up a good point. Going up the mountain right now without the hammer does mean that you might have to come all the way back to that area just to come back for Hera if the seed decides that's what it wants you to do. So looks like both runners going to take the safe route here and just go directly to the dam and use our hookshot to just clip right through this block.
Yeah, that is a nice little tech. This is the safe play. Ooh, as we get a suspicious mushroom here. An early mushroom almost makes me want to instantly turn it in. We're gonna see both runners go to mini Moldorm play. There's an anti-meta play where you can do the dam and then go to Agina to protect yourself from something being there. But with 5 option items here, and we're trying to get to the mountain ASAP to collect even more, I can see why you would want to go to mini Moldorm. As we get a bottle, 50 bucks.
Yeah,
20 bucks and a piece of heart.
I could see that Agina play in a race where you don't have the flute, maybe. That Agina play probably would make a heck of a lot more sense. But like, you got the flute. Getting to desert right now is easy. So, but yeah, we're gonna do exactly what you mentioned here and go just turn in this mushroom immediately.
Oh yeah, I mean, this is when you get the mushroom within the first 10 minutes, your spidey senses go off. It's $300 this time. But you never know what that could turn into.
I could turn into a reason to go down to the Ice Rod Cave here and set up that water walk, but it doesn't look like Zelga's going to do that. Skele either. We're going directly to the Eastern Palace area here. It looks like Zelga's going to go directly to Saha, and so is Skele. Yeah, I mean, 3 free items here. And then probably go into Eastern, maybe you could get something good here. Oh, like a glove. A glove's pretty good. I'll take the glove for sure.
That will make me very happy to find.
So that is what do we... Oh, and Skelly's going to take a second there. Get the green pendant information from Saha there and find out that our green pendant today is going to be located in Skull Woods.
Oh dear. So we had an issue yesterday, right at this same time yesterday, where we had a runner fail to go into Pendant Skull Woods for required mitts.
Well, that's one of those things that, you know, you make that decision there that, you know, there's never anything in Skull Woods. You just skip Skull Woods till you get the fire rod because it's always in the back. And if that doesn't work out for you there, well, yeah.
It's hard. It's one of those decisions that you have to make. Do I do it immediately as soon as I get into the Dark World, or does this location get deleted from me forever?
Yeah, you never. That's one of those things where you can never tell exactly which one is the right choice to make until after you finish the seed and you go, okay, yep, I did that poorly today. Oh well.
Meanwhile, we're already finding the big key. And we're just gonna make our way through Eastern. Lots of health. There's easy ways to get through this dungeon, no problem. Pick up your first crystal.
I just love that triple arrow strat in the Stalfos room there. That thing's just so dang pretty. I love both runners went for it. Both runners nailed it. I mean, that's the caliber of play that we're looking at here.
Yeah, I mean, Invitational League, you know, and these runners, while they have gone 2-2 through first 2 weeks of the season, really itching to get their seasons back on track. And, well, it's not going to be a cakewalk for either of these folks here tonight.
No, it does not look like it. It looks like Zelga getting a little bumped there by the anti-fairy there. I think maybe one of those little popos or whatever it is maybe moved over and gave him a little nudge there. So a little unfortunate, but still there. Got 300 rupees out of that. And I guess we're going to be off to Armos Knights in the back.
Yeah, might as well. It's going to complete your play. Both runners are electing to do lots of spin speeds and hook speeds today.
Yeah, they're showing exactly like all of the little places that you can get your you can get a little bit of extra speed here. I mean, it's pretty crazy. All right, Soga having no problem finding the green Igor, taking care of it, opening the door and getting through it. Skelly taking a little bit of a time. We got some hero popos here, just trying to trying to protect that Igor. It looks like, and but Skelly also getting through it there, no problem, looks like. And okay, so that's the hard part done, pretty much.
Yep, just gonna be a very quick, you know, Armos Knight fight, and we'll be able to get our first crystal just like that.
Yeah, nice 15-minute crystal there. That should be just fine for both runners. I think they'll take that.
But yeah, getting your first crystal in the teens in a race always feels good. I've been in some pretty gross seeds where you're about a half an hour, 40 minutes in, you still have no crystals just because of the item layouts. As we just get some bombs off Armos, off Zelga Dasan. Never feels good when you're deep into a seed and you just have no completable crystals.
Definitely. Yeah, and Skelly also takes down both runners, getting the quick kill on Armos Knights there, no problem. Well, now it's up to what do we do now here? We got to figure out where the other pieces of our Dark World access are, because right now we've only got a glove.
Yeah, we're gonna see Zelga Dasan decide to go directly to the mountain. They're gonna rescue the old man in the dark, whereas Skelly probably is gonna check out Sick Kid because we do have a bottle now, so we can. That's a quick little check you can do. Only for 20 bucks, but, you know, hey, if that had something hot, that would have put, like, say, if it had our hammer.
Yeah,
but, Skelly now is going to rescue the old man now as Zelga Dasan turns them in for 50 rupees.
Alright, looks like we are going to continue over on Zelga's side here. Going to do a couple more hook dashes and some spin speeds off the ladder and everything else here to speed up your time through here real quick. Climbing Spec Rock to see that on top we've got a piece of heart, so we're not going to care about that. And inside, there's a mirror, which we are going to care about.
We will want that. That is how we will clear our next crystal. The vanilla way. By getting that mirror and being able to get through, we'll also get a peek at what our, probably if they do a map check for the Dark World, we'll also get to take a look at what our Dark World crystals will be, in pendants will be.
Oh boy, okay, so Zelga's gonna go for this bomb jump here, and he nails it. Oh my god, he's been practicing.
Yeah, I gotta practice that one too. Some of my bomb jumps I kind of got a little bit rusty, and I also finally picked a sprite, and it does not have shadows, so I have to figure that out. Okay.
That's a tough one there. Looks like that was Thieves Town and Ice Palace for our other pendants. I saw a 5-6 down in Mire, and I think I saw the other one up on Turtle Rock, if I saw that right.
Yep, that's correct. So that ice rod was in fact required. Very cool.
That is absolutely strange. If I'm being honest.
And when I say very cool, that is with some massive sarcasm points, right? Some sarcasm quotes right there.
Yeah, and so looking at our pendant layout and looking at our crystal layout here, we are going to have to find pretty much everything today. There's nothing we're going to get to skip here, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, we had a nice little hook speed Harapot from Zelga Dasan as they're going to go raid. That's the other item. We picked up like a piece of heart already, and that's half magic. So goodbye, never punish, never do the Hera basement. It would never cost you, you know, a tournament bracket race or a potential win against a top opponent.
Never. That's not how any of this works.
That's some shots against myself from the said Boots tournament where racing Gamachu, well, I had a close one, but that also happened against in my bracket race. Well, Hera basement was required, and I did not do that, so I pulled Ped.
Ooh, that's kind of the worst case scenario here. Is Zelga with doing the NMG Moldorm fight here with just a fighter sword takes him down, no problem. 6 hits on the tail. That's gonna be crystal number 2 here. 5 minutes after he got crystal number 1.
Hey, 2 hot crystals right there, you know? Now we're going to also be able to investigate East Death Mountain. I wonder if we're going to get any other prizes here. We see Skelly going with the protection strats here by using their Cane of Burna. Moldorm can't hurt you, can't bully you, can't even touch you.
That is honestly something I can legit say I've never considered even doing. I've been playing this game for like 3 or 4 years. That's that was actually I thought there would be lag. There wasn't really that much lag. That's that was actually really surprising.
And there's our Moon Pearl. Yeah, that's an ingenious way because what you really want to do is like you don't want to lose time in a casual boots race to getting trolled.
Yeah, yep, that's true. I mean, sometimes doing the safe way is the way to go here. So now, if you came up to Paradox Cave immediately from the village,
what the heck is that?
you won the lottery here. We got mitts, we got our Moon Pearl in Paradox Cave, we've got our hammer in Paradox Cave. Legitimately, you have everything at this point. So
that's disgusting. What a pickup.
Wow.
So now we can do Dark Death Mountain. Yay!
Oh man, yeah. And we've got the mirror as well, so this is kind of crazy here. We don't even have to worry about going into Spiral Cave. We can go directly and see what is the medallion requirement up here for Turtle Rock, and grab Hookshot Cave, Super Bunny, and Spike Cave. Not Spike Cave, but Spiral Cave, all in the first visit. This is nuts.
Even a blue potion too, and we're finding out that the medallion that we're going to need for Turtle Rock is the Quake medallion.
Alright, trackable items continue with a red boomerang. A little less of a big deal, but that'll help in GT.
Yeah, you know, there's some boomerang strats that you can do in some rooms and stun some enemies.
But alright, let's try Super Bunny Cave now. It looks like Zelga's got a slight lead here, a couple of screens, nothing major by any means, but so far the seed has been these guys have been playing the seed the exact same way, so for Skelly, he's gonna need to eventually do something, make a different decision here, because if things stay the way it is, he'll have to make up time somewhere.
Yeah, so let's think about what we still need. Obviously, we need medallions. We're going to need a fire rod. We're going to need the Cane of Samaria, unless, well, it's required for Meyer. You can't even beat the dungeon without it. There's no hovering there. Yep, flips we're still going to need.
Okay. getting our flute out. I would not be surprised to see us flute quick down to 6, but what's our decision here? Yep, we're going to go down to 5, actually. We're going to do, we're going to do a little fireless pod action.
That is a little spicy by Zelga there. I mean, I, for one, would probably have fluted 2-4 and just gone to Hype Cave.
Yeah, I mean, this won't be the easiest by any means. The turtle room in particular is gonna seem a little bit questionable, but we'll see exactly how it goes here. Zelga's well practiced in this. Now, what is Skele gonna do? Skele's got their flute out as well. We've got a hammer out, and we're going to pod.
Wow, these runners are reading each other's minds. Are they playing with like the fork of Rando where you can see your opponent's ghost?
God,
Because I've heard of that. That'd be so funny just to see like a time attack ghost, and you just see if you're in the same room as your opponent, and be like, oh hey.
I would love that as a race mode. Honestly, this is pretty crazy here.
Yeah, I didn't expect both of our runners, 25 minutes in.
I mean, it's easy commentating. I'll give it that there. You just basically look at whoever's ahead and just say what they are doing at this point, because nobody's doing anything different from the other one.
Yeah, so far, really nothing in pod yet, but, lots of items here.
Well, how about a fighter shield?
Alright, we got our Fisher-Price shield. And some more keys here in the front. Now we can do the bow lock side. And let's see what that will get us with the 2 items there.
Oh, Skelly's going to try to get fancy here.
Ooh.
Yep.
Only going to make 1 attempt at that. I don't blame them. You can do 1 for a bit of cheek, but you don't want to waste too much time trying to hover that.
Yeah, if you're consistent, that does save a fairly large amount of time there. But it's also, I think, probably the second most difficult hover in the game. If you're counting that really kind of niche backwards sword out mire hover that some people do. Cough airy.
Meanwhile, we're going to see Zelga-Dasan head to the back, kind of being our leader in this dungeon, to trailblaze and tell us what items are in here that we need to go get.
Well, we are into the more interesting part of the dungeon typically here with this is why you got all of those keys to get these items in the back here, because if we were playing a key locked mode here, these would require 4 keys. We're gonna get the big key back here, so that's kind of nice.
And look at that. Everything else is going to be either a dungeon item or a dungeon trash. We have all the small keys for this dungeon. So Harmless Hellway will have some health.
Okay, I got to shout out Skelly here. The use of blue cane that he's doing today, he's using the blue cane in ways that I had not even considered. The awareness to pull that out at that point here and not have to, scroll through the door there and lose yourself an extra, I don't know, like 4 or 5 seconds there. I mean, that's really going to add up over the course of a run here. I'm just really impressive.
Ooh, we may have lost Skelly's stream for a second. We will see if we can get that back. Meanwhile, for Zelga, they did not get really anything from this dungeon. Pretty empty pod.
And we're gonna get the fun part of it though here, because this is where we get to go for the Dark Turtles here. So unfortunately a little bit slow on that dash there, so we're gonna lose an extra heart here. With Fighter Sword, not really a big deal, but you definitely want all the health that you can get. Do you remember what's in our bottles at the moment?
I know we have a blue goo, and I think the other one's green. Okay, we got Skelly back. They were just making their way through the dark pod maze, picking up their garbage as usual. And now it's time to go in the dark.
Alright, good luck to both the runners here, because this part is, this is not easy here. If you have, you typically would want yourself to have a much better sword before coming back here to save yourself a little bit of trouble here, but, we'll see how we do it. I've seen some amazing, you know, fireless Dark Turtle strats. I'm kind of curious to see if either of these runners will pull it off here, as, Zelga, unfortunately, doesn't quite get it, but we're gonna take all these turtles up to the top here and see what we get.
Yeah, you got a couple of kills with the Cane of Burna. One way to get them, and now we're just gonna start hammering in the dark.
Alright,
and I think he has one more to go.
Alright, watching that health of his there, trying to figure it out. It's not losing any health here, so this is at least good here. He's still stuck on that 4 hearts, and yeah,
this is the struggle part of doing Dark Turtles in the dark with as he finds it and blasts it with the ice rod. That is clever.
All right,
that is kind of like what you're alluding to with Skelly. You know, using the tools that you have with you.
Skelly doing the same thing as Zelga did a second ago there, and taking that cane up there. Okay, now unfortunately that's not going to help him as much as he probably would like there, because until you get those turtles flipped over there, that blue cane won't hit them, and you won't be able to tell where they are.
With Zelga on the fight, they do have to be very careful, as they are on green mail, 3 hearts, but they get it done.
Man, Zelga didn't care. He had the he had the hammer extension there with the spin speed. Gets 20 rupees there. Just walked right in like it wasn't even a thing. Skelly gonna go ahead. He's gonna pop a potion before his Helma fight here, just to be safe.
Yeah, you really don't want to go through all of that just to die on the boss and then be forced to do it again or come back later. Let's see where Zelga will opt to go next.
Alright, Skelly needing to be a little bit careful here. Okay, down to 2 hearts.
Taking those hits.
Yeah, I'd be pulling out that bow real fast here, just taking care of the rest of it from range.
Yeah. They get through, they get their crystal, they're still in the game. We're gonna watch Zelga go to Hype Cave. And we'll see how hype it is. I assign it a ranking out of 10, and it can go into the negatives. That's not a good start.
Ooh,
ew.
Chest turns. Hey, alright. That's a 2 out of 5 on chest turns, I'll give it that.
Yeah, and that might be a 2 out of 10 hype cave right there. You got a bloomerang and an armor upgrade. The armor upgrade is, thanks, I'll take it, but, you know, a pretty disappointing hype cave there, as we're now going to see Zelga head through the South Dark World. Why not? You have the mirror. You can check Cave 45 as well as Stumpy and Dig Game.
Let's get Cave 45 first, because those guards seem to be very, very much interested in hurting Zelga, so... But, yeah.
Skelly's still following.
I mean, honestly, for this one, I completely understand here. Well, you know, you're not going to go to the village here, because especially when you know that both are pendants, you're gonna be thinking to yourself, could I just skip Village of Outcasts today? I would like to skip Village of Outcasts. Can I skip Village of Outcasts, please?
Alright, let's see what $80 of digging can get us with 2 digs, 10 arrows. See you later. Goodbye.
I mean, if you're gonna do a dig game, you want it to be that fast.
That is the dream.
So many hook speeds off of the ladders today. Oh, man. So if anyone's wondering, if you're brand new to this game and you're wondering, oh my god, how does he get these super speed everywhere? It's so much easier than you think there. All you got to do is press both your dash button and the item button at the same time, and you'll get what we call an item dash. Right now, you're seeing Zelga pull off a hammer dash, which is using the hammer and the dash on the same frame. And there you go. You get one of those. Hammer Pig's not having anything for him, though.
Yeah, it's just because, you know, fun fact, this video game from 1991, I believe, is a 1 megabyte game, so its code is, you know, bubblegum and scotch tape held together by.
I mean, it's got its intricacies, but I mean, completely honest here, I mean, it's such a well put together game.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's creativity by constraints of your medium. We hear about that in like art or painting or music and things like that. As we see, we're gonna continue the Smith chain here. You know, you have to work with a 1 megabyte cartridge to save money over a 2 megabyte as we get some powder. Okay, we can check that out too. Very cool, another item. You know, it's just being creative within your constraints. You can make some really inventive things that save you data in a coding environment. You know, it's ingenious how they have 2 worlds. And a lot of, like, it being sprite flips saves a lot of data. Yep,
definitely. It's kind of this is kind of funny here, getting the powder there off a purple chest, and Zelga having left his portal right there. This is actually going to be extremely convenient for him here.
Oh yeah, let's see what the bat has. Disappointment and anger. That's what the magic bat has for us.
Of course. I mean, when the bat has something, you're more surprised than anything else. There's, yep, 20 rupees is 20 rupees there, and we both runners have almost 1,500 rupees. So, yep. Okay, into the mire area now, over on Zelga's side here, after having done basically the southern part of the Dark World and Smith Chain there. Looks like that was bombos for the entry requirement for Misery Mire today, so we got to add that to the list of things we're looking for now.
Yep, so we need 2 coins. This is kind of a heads-up play. Now that we've done our Smith Chain, let's do a quick cheeky check of 3 chests and some valuable information. You know, we can go to Checkerboard Cave, or we can just go into Desert.
Yeah, I think we're actually going to see our first real divergence here, because where Skelly left their portal in the light world here, it makes me think he's going to go ahead and clear out the Village of Outcasts area, while Zelga is going to take a little bit more time down here to see what's in Desert, see what's in Checkerboard Cave.
Yeah, I mean, both of these plays make a lot of sense that you can do, you know.
Alright, so let it be known, though, at 37 minutes and 50 seconds, we finally have divergence in this seed.
I mean, the thing that Zelga's hoping for to find in this dungeon would be like a progression, especially if it is a fire rod or a lamp in here, which would be, you know, extra comical, as Skelly finds a shovel to, because we don't have enough fetch quests to do. Flippers, though, that's a nice pickup in Desert for Zelga-san.
Yeah, that is going to open up all of Swamp Palace right there on Zelga's side, as we're going to see Skelly take a quick look here into Thieves Town here. I don't really expect that Skelly's going to finish the entire thing. It's probably just going to be the first 4, but we'll see here. Going to get one item there, just a 10 bomb pack.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of one of my doctrines in a pendant thief situation. I'll happily clear the front 4's overworld, and even if I only get 1 item, I'll just say thanks a lot and move on.
Yeah, well, let's see exactly how many we get out here. Second item there is just going to be a blue rupee here. So 2 items out of the front of Thieves Town so far. Last one is going to be the small key, and yep, there's the mirror out. We're going to leave the other 2 in the back and pray that we never go back for them.
Yep, so long.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, those flips are a nice pickup. We're gonna see Zelga go into a Gina, kind of clean up the desert area here after not really getting anything out of checkerboard. While Skelly is gonna go up to probably Skull Woods.
Yep. All right. Okay, for Zelga, we're gonna make our way into Swamp Palace here. We got a fully completable Swamp Palace there with the 6 items that are hiding inside of it. Feels like, honestly, right now, Zelga has made the correct decision at this point here. By going to by going desert there. Correct, not necessarily meaning that that he knew exactly what to do there, but it worked out better for him so far, it looks like.
Yeah, Zelga Dasan is just following the age-old advice of just go to progression and win the video game. It's very easy.
It's right up there with don't die as like the thing that what Ellie big behind there. That's the fire rod sitting in Skull Woods.
Very funny. Getting that fire rod. That might be a little while before Zelga Dasan heads over there. And once again, just like yesterday, we can tag Big Dunka about his 10,000 seed spreadsheet of seeds. That the overwhelming results were yes, you should go into Skull Woods. As he finds both fires. And just to rub it in your face, both fire sources, you must go here.
Honestly, if I was Skelly after getting that lamp, I would have been saving and quitting immediately here. So yeah, okay, so I take back everything that I said, that it felt like Zelga has made the right choices here. Nope, if with those fire sources there means that when Skelly goes to Desert Palace, which I imagine they'll be going there pretty quick, you're gonna clear out a couple more things up here, but when you go there, that's gonna be just one shot through the dungeon, and there's a Bombos medallion as well. He doesn't know that he definitely needs that yet, but he will soon enough.
But as of right now, yeah, I can see how he's going to take care of the rest of the North Dark World, because you're going to take a mirror out anyway to flute very soon, so you might as well sneak in a few extra check. Meanwhile, Skelly not getting a whole lot in Swamp so far.
And Zelga is going to push left side Swamp, and this is one of those things that I was kind of wondering if he might do, saying that he's in here. He doesn't have a single fire source in his mind, Zelga's mind. Fire sources are very likely here in Swamp Palace, so let's go ahead. We're going to go right side. We're going to check everything. Little does he know, they're just sitting right there in the front of Skull Woods. You don't have to do a single thing besides just, walk on over there.
Yep. We're going to see Skelly investigate the Mire area, learn that they're going to really want that Bombos they just saw, and be able to even beat Desert.
Indeed. So this is actually really working very, very well for Skelly right now. Now, did we see both items out of Desert, or did we see just the single one? I can't remember if we saw 1 or 2.
Honestly, I got lost in all the hype of Skullwoods.
Yeah, it's a little hard to tell here. We'll catch it again. We know we saw flippers in here. There we go. Our tracker, Mad Ewok herd there, going ahead and helping us out and telling us that Landmo does have an item here. As okay, left side swamp though has the Queen of Samaria.
We need that too. Both of our runners are gonna have things they really would like to have.
Man, okay, so this seed is just swinging back and forth there. It seems like Zelga has the advantage, then Skelly has the advantage, and now I have zero idea who has the advantage at this point because, yeah, it's gonna we're gonna have decisions to make after this for sure.
Oh yeah, I mean, once Skelly gets the flippers and defeats Swamp, Desert, they'll go to Swamp. And then we're gonna see if they make the fateful decision to do left side swamp or not. If they don't do left side swamp, I mean, that's an ill omen for their hopes to win this race.
Yeah. This is the spicy time here as we find the one useless medallion that we have today. There, it's gonna help in. I'm trying to think of a single place could help. If you really wanted to do it in the second room of the gauntlet, you could do that there in GT. But yeah, Ether Medallion not going to help us today.
Now we're going to just see a nice gnarly fighter sword Argus fight. Gonna get your double spins on here. It's the only way, probably the fastest way you can get this done. I've seen in the past people doing hammer strats, but that is slow.
Yeah, if you can avoid doing the menu boss there, you're kind of want to try to avoid doing the menu boss. I think we might get through. Okay, we're probably gonna get through 2 cycles here. I think on this.
Looking a little dicey.
Maybe. Yeah.
Nope.
Dink that last one hit there. So gonna be 3 as Skelly unfortunately didn't get the quick kill there as well. Zelga missing the ice rod shots, but grabs it there. Gonna take down Argus as Skelly has taken down Landmo, and we're gonna have some crystal animations there on both screens.
Very nice boss kills. We can say hello to SpeedGaming too. Thanks for the raid. You're here watching a casual boots race between Skelly and Zelga Dasan. It's been a very swingy race, with both runners finding very valuable items that the other ones are going to want. There is a fire rod and lamp, which are required. One of those, at least, is required. For Skelly, those were both in Skullwoods, whereas Zelga Dasan just found the Cane of Samaria, which is required in the left side swamp.
Alright, we haven't actually seen what's on Lake Hylia Island here real quick. It's just going to be a piece of heart. Going to go back into the Dark World here real fast. And yeah, where? I guess we head up to Hobo? Or are we heading up to the pyramid?
¿Por qué no los dos? We have the mirror, we have the flippers.
Right. Always forget about this little platform we can just drop right into, not have to swim the entire time.
So this is probably going to be, as Reset the Door in chat saying, the camper, pyramid, and fishies.
Alright, it's time to see exactly what Skelly's going to do, because they are making their way down here into Swamp Palace.
Yeah, if they do left side swamp, then they are going to be sitting very pretty.
We are still looking for Cape. We are still looking for the Quake Medallion here to be able to get anywhere that resembles Go Mode. We also going to need some swords eventually.
At least one. And well, nothing's on the pyramid ledge. We have Vortex of Doom in chat saying, hey, we haven't even gone to Ice Rod Cave yet. Oof, that's a little Monka-S.
Alright, so we're going to flip over here really fast on Zelga's side. take a quick look at what's in King's Tomb and Graveyard Ledge real quickly. I think we saw this on Skelly's side. It wasn't.
Yeah, there wasn't. Just a bunch of trash.
Alright.
But the fateful moment is really coming up for Skelly. If they skip left side swamp, they are in serious trouble, as they need to do left side swamp.
I don't think that Skelly's gonna skip it, quite honestly. I don't think so. I would be surprised. With that big key being directly up front like that there, and that big key leading to a map in the big chest, you immediately know that left side has at least item.
One item, yeah.
One item. So, I mean, skipping left side in that scenario there, you might be asking, you know, setting yourself up for trouble. And in this case, it would be setting yourself up for a lot of trouble.
I would not skip it because I know that we are not even close to go mode. We need lots of items. And especially because he knows that he needs to get an item to get a go mode item, which is the cape to get Bombos. You know, you have an item chain that could force you to do certain things.
Alright. So, Skelly is going to get this cape, and...
Oh, they thought about it. Oh, they thought about it.
He thought about it there. Yeah.
Okay. Woo. Oh, a sword at Catfish.
Yep.
So we're gonna kind of finish off this play on Zelga Dasan's side with a piece of heart, 20 bucks, and we'll see what our Ledge and Scamfish have in store for us.
Alright, jump in the water and wait for a fire snake to go away there on Skelly's side here. Okay, what do we have up here in Zora's domain? Ooh, is that bomb gonna work? Oh, it does. Oh, cool. Okay.
Well, I believe we saw an arrow on the Zora ledge, so let's see what 5 hundo gets us. We're flush with cash, so this won't affect anything, but just a partial refund, and we're not even going to take it. Huh, I spit on your 50 rupees.
Yep. Well, let's head out to Old Man spawn point here. Is Skelly's gonna feel very good that he came this way here in just about 2 seconds.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I'm just gonna flute to 8. I'm gonna go clean up Icerod Cave really quick. See if we've just left something over here for the first 45 minutes of the seed here.
Yeah, this could be... You know, this is an orphaned check. And it's nothing.
All right, so kind of thinking over things right now. Since we're the eyes in the sky and we've seen everything from both runners here, right? I'm starting to think our next progression has got to either be back of Thieves Town or it's got to be into Ice Palace itself here.
Yeah, and I think, and especially because Skelly has already done the front of Thieves and collected 2 items, I would have to think because they also just got that big red cane, they might be attracted to go into Ice Palace and follow the Icebreaker.
Yeah, for Skelly, that would make quite a bit of sense. There is that shovel that we just picked up again in there. We haven't seen that. Zelga might actually even be fully on tempted to go and kill Mothula for the green pendant after getting this fire rod. I don't know.
Yeah, there could be some seriously... we're kind of running into a still stand here. A standstill.
I mean, we are legitimately in the arena here where we might have to consider that PED is an option for stuff.
Yeah, I mean, with Ice Palace being beatable for Skelly, and, well, all of them can be cleared. I mean, Chad will love that, but that, after that hot open, to be all of a sudden a PED seed, that would be pretty cursed.
It would be, That'd be not the best outcome, yeah, I'd say. Probably not super happy about that if you're running the seed. I mean, from the beginning of the seed, you're thinking, oh, okay, this is like a 110. This is gonna be a nice seed.
After Paradox Cave having all that stuff, and, you know, that was pretty goofy. You're just like, okay, we're in for a hot one.
All right, Skelly, trying to get the quick kill with the ice rod here. Timing is a bit off. There he goes. He got it there the second time.
All right, Zelga is gonna opt to complete this crystal dungeon. I don't blame him. With what they've done, and since they have not gone to Skull Woods yet for both of their fire sources. And hey, it'll be some fresh checks for us. So, Skelly, what you gonna do?
I mean, I imagine he's gonna go check that lake, and that looks to be the direction he's going right now.
Yep, we're just gonna follow that cane into Icebreaker. So, given that these are two of our best choices left, one of our runners is going to be correct, and the other one will be a bit more disappointed.
Alright, going back into the Dark World here, are we going to check anything that's not Ice Palace first? It looks like we might be checking things that are not Ice Palace first.
Oh dear, and they're going to swim to the portal spot here.
It's not that much of a difference. It's slower, but not by a huge amount.
I missed what was in the attic chest, but I'm assuming it's nothing. Otherwise, chat would have freaked out.
Oh, yeah, it was a map up there in the attic chest. Yeah, it wasn't anything. We're gonna get down here to the back here pretty quick. We're gonna see what are these other two items here. We got two down here, so we're gonna see at least one down here. Blind might have the other one. And it doesn't really matter if you can find both items here. At this point, you're already committed. You're gonna go ahead and finish this no matter what. Oh,
yeah, at this point, especially for Zelga, they're almost starting to play to the pad, because you could go up to Skull Woods and defeat Mothula there as well. Okay, looks like Skelly is gonna take a page from Zelga.
Oh, we got a mirror out. Are we just gonna dump the maiden and go?
Yeah, huh.
Yeah, I think we're just dumping them. Oh, well, no, I think Zelga has changed his mind, maybe. Okay, we'll see. Nope. Okay, changed it back. All right, I'm trying to gauge what's going on right here. All right, so we're gonna activate the boss, and boss is activated. We're gonna get the heck out of there. It doesn't take super long to get back there. That is a kind of a hedge to know if you're going to do this. Now, where are we going? We're gonna go check this shovel. This is kind of the only thing he got there.
Oh, he got a tempered sword out of the basement, too.
Well, I mean, okay. Progression-wise, you know.
Yeah.
Tempered sword, nice, but not gonna help. Not really gonna help you. You know, it doesn't improve your things of completing the game. Let's get another sword just to be fun.
Well. I would suspect that probably Skelly will probably dig up that shovel at some point and get at least tempered.
We will see. We will see here as
That was pretty funny though. So it looks like Zelga Dasan is about to get lots of fire items here.
For anybody who was paying attention at the very beginning of the game there, Zelga's file name today was for Shovelry. So, there you go.
Alright, so Skelly's investigation... Oh, they are going to dig up that tempered sword here. That'll be a nice pickup for them.
Alright. So which way are we going here? We're gonna go in here. grab this fire rod, and then what?
Might be leaving? No, they're gonna continue on. Because the lamp is just on the other side of that door, I believe.
Yep.
But they know that as they find out they are standing in front of a locked door. Because I mean, you have so many items still left to go. You can't just get one item and leave at this point in the seed.
I see chat. They're getting very nervous on Zelga's behalf here. What is he going to do now? Is he saving and quitting? Okay, so that's terrible for Zelga, because that means he does not know that the Bombos medallion is just sitting on Bumper Ledge right now. Now, this might not be a big deal depending on where Cape is. So, like, if Cape is sitting down on Laser Bridge and that's kind of Zelga's only check at that point, you know, not that big a deal. But we're not there yet. Oh, here's another thing we haven't thought about in a while. Spike Cave.
Yeah, this is... I mean, it seems like Skelly is putting off Ice Palace and the Back of Thieves for as long as they can. Just doing some cleanup.
I almost expected something to be there. You know what I mean? Everything else was on the mountain. Why wouldn't it have been in Spike Cave?
Oh yeah, I mean... With our goofy lack of progression here, you know, we gotta... I mean, it looks like Skelly is gonna take their medicine and go into Ice Palace here.
It does seem that way here. Zelga's gonna go ahead, he's gonna finish off his land mode. So we're gonna be tied up on bosses here in just a moment. If it's in Ice Palace, you gotta give Skelly an advantage here. Now, how deep it is into Ice Palace is the question. Because if it's not here, it's going to be either on Green Pendant or Pedestal, I think. I can't think of anything else for it to be.
I think, yeah, we're out of things to do aside from this. So... Huh. You know, you get more kicks at the can here in Ice Palace, although there goes one of them. We have just 5 rupees out of the Pengator chest, so... We'll see more in about a minute or so when we do the icebreaker.
Rightly on Skelly's side here, not hitting the switch. For one, you don't even 100% know if you want to complete this. The other thing is that you're probably going to full clear it though. I mean, you could be tempted to leave it. I don't know, but either way. We're going through. He's got his big key. He'll be able to fully clear this thing no matter what at this point.
And Zelga Dasan following Skelly into Ice Palace. Both are making the same deduction. I'd rather go for 3 items than 1 on the green pendant.
Okay.
Let's see what Ice-T has for us.
We only got 2 items left here in Ice Palace. One of them likely is our progression. There's our cave.
Now we're talking.
Okay, now that's actually really good for Zelga.
They do have to check that, though, because their mind...
He's got nothing else as long as Quake isn't in here.
Yeah.
If Quake is in here, uh-oh.
Well, there's the compass. We're low on keys, so there's only 1 more item, though, so let's see.
Now, if you're in here... I guess Skelly has no choice there. The 3rd item is on
Cold Stare.
On Cold Stare. I was about to say, like, if you got an item there, do you still finish the boss in that case?
Ooh, I mean, that's a tough choice, but I mean, forced to at this point.
Yeah.
Will Zelga finish this dungeon now? We'll see if they do.
For Zelga, he doesn't know that cape is anything.
Right, the cape is magic beans to Zelga. They realized, probably realized, oh crap, I have not done the bumper ledge. Nice kill by Skelly there, as they get a fairy in a bottle.
Alright, so best case scenario there, definitely for Zelga. For Skelly, knowing that the Bombos is there will probably keep them out of the back of Thieves Town, so should be able to keep this lead right now, as long as he doesn't do something silly here. Now the question is, Bombos only opens up 2 checks in Misery Mire, so if one of those is Quake, he's gonna have the advantage going into TR and GT, and then this is going to be purely execution with maybe a little GT big key flavor thrown in.
Yeah. I mean, looks like Skelly is going to beeline it for that medallion, and I mean, you do want to beat Misery Mire immediately, as that's a crystal dungeon. You might as well just do it. But then, yeah, you gotta, I mean, you'll clear that, you'll get into, hopefully into Mire next on Skelly's side, and then, well, we'll see if we have our Go Mode Quake medallion in there. If not, then, yeah, they just have a choice of the back of Escape, the back of Thieves, or killing Mothula.
Indeed, indeed, indeed. Alright, so we're going to take a quick look there at a timestamp here. So Skelly picks that up at basically 1:05:25 here. Let's see exactly what's the difference between the two runners right now.
Looks like Zelga is investigating that cape. Probably took the clue and is going to be back in the game, because if they had delayed checking that any longer, then they would have been in trouble, but...
Well, yeah, for his route, this is literally his last location. If anything, not checking this earlier strangely saved him a little bit of time, in a weird way. So he can just come right up here, run up here, grab this thing, and there we go. So I'm kind of looking through what we're seeing between the two runners. It looks like Skelly's got about a minute on Zelga right now. So it really depends on what's in Misery Mire here for this, because yeah, it's looked like 1 minute and 3 seconds between the two runners.
Oh yeah, now this is where execution is going to start to be a worry, because our runners have reconverged. Frankly, they couldn't diverge very much at all. But now, where I talked some smack about 10 seconds in Escape, although they were a lot closer than that, but we get a God Mire, but that's not what we want. We need to find items here. Thanks a lot.
I think you still go directly to Vidi here.
And then come back in?
Yeah, because I mean, you're one item away. If that item's on Vidi, why would you spend the rest of your time in the dungeon? You know?
That's what Skelly's doing. Yep, Skelly agrees.
All right, into the back there. This is a bit of a longer part here, but with this God Buyer, you get to skip this first spooky chest there. Kicked up a little bit of dust right before laying down the block, it looked like there, and man, we're gonna see exactly what else we've got here.
Let's see what Zelga Dasan opts to do as Skelly triggers Spooky. And we're gonna go whoop my new sprite's butt, as I now play with the Vidi sprite. It's kind of amusing to play.
Honestly, I think that kind of I'd have to play with it, but I feel like doing like Icebreaker with that sprite would be difficult. I don't know though.
Well, the lack of shadow means the very edge of the sprite is the pixel lineup that you need, as we get a nice kill from Skelly, and they get lucky.
Alright. Zelga doing the exact same thing that Skelly did here and rushing the boss there to try to trying to find the items that we need, but they are not back here, so back into the dungeon.
Yep, I just need our medallion. It could be here, it could be on the green pendant turn-in, which, huh. Or, yes, it could in fact be on ped. We're running out of things to do, shall we say.
Yeah, put it mildly. Alright. Gonna do the dash strats here, take care of the eyes. Okay, so Zelga did save himself a lightning cycle here that Skelly didn't. So there's gonna be a little bit of time back. We're gonna start this right side here over on Skelly's side. Not, big chest just having a small key, so the items are still somewhere.
Still at large. We can check one last check on the right side here.
And not until we hit the switch, unfortunately.
Yes.
Man, this has been a wild race to commentate here. Make sure that you guys, everybody, do go ahead and make sure to give these runners a follow here, because this has been a ton of fun, and you're seeing the quality of runners that we've got as we're continuing to look for the items. Skelly going hard on not doing the
cutscene, yeah.
Cutscene chest here. That's one item.
We didn't want to see that. That's just a bug net. Unless your team is no bug net, no go mode, then you're happy, but...
Okay, second item is not here. It's in the cutscene chest. Actually, Zelga could save a huge amount of time here if he goes down. He's not going down. He's going to go right as well. Both runners gambling on not having to do cutscene. Both runners losing that gamble.
Alright, so what is our final prize? Let's see. For Skelly, you almost have to wonder if they're going to go into Thieves first before the Moth and that green pendant turn-in.
Well, let's see what's in here first. We're going to take a look. Oh, yep, since Zelga didn't do this, he's going to actually have a slightly smoother... It's making a little more sense that Zelga skipped cutscene now, because he did not have to do this. He was able to route in big chest and map chest together. It's going to save him a little bit more time on Skelly here. So Zelga's starting to claw back all of this little time. The big key chest has red mail. It's not in Misery Mire. Zelga might be in the lead now.
We have to see what Skelly does. Do they go to Moth or do they go to Thieves? What a seed! Very cool.
This is incredible. Yeah, this is incredible. It's just between the first 35 minutes of both runners doing exactly the same as the other one, and then diverging, checking pretty much the entire world, coming back together here in Misery Mire, finding out that the Quake medallion is somewhere legitimately stupid.
So, Skelly is going to go do the back of Thieves, which is kind of makes sense as chat is pointing out, as they have much bigger brains than my empty head here. If you kill Blind first, you can then be able to mirror and pull ped.
Okay. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. Zelga going to go check Spike Cave. I guess he did have one location left. He's gonna go do that. So this is wow. We're gonna be right on each other here in just a second. This is gonna be nuts.
Yeah, because Skelly does have to take care of the rest of the basement, whereas Zelga can immediately rush the boss.
mean, I feel like Zelga's gonna save and quit here, and he's going into Thieves Town. He's gonna kill Blind because you got to kill Blind at this point before you head to kill Moth, and then.
I mean, that would swing the race back into Zelga's favor. Either way, either killing Moth or... I mean, I don't know.
I mean, we're going to see. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see them both in the room with Blind at the same time here.
Looks like... no. Okay.
We're going straight green pendant here.
So, if it is not green pendant, then Zelga is going to be pretty disappointed because, well, if it's Ped, this is going to be in favor of Skelly.
Okay, we're going to have to see exactly here. And you know what the fun part about this is, quite honestly, I mean, if Zelga is right, I feel like Zelga is going to, well, I don't know. I mean, we're still, after all of this, I think we're still within the realm of GT routing. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
Where is the GT key going to be?
It is certainly within execution. So I do believe we did get all 4 items. That's why they didn't kill the boss.
Yep. Zelga got all 4 items, just left Blind here. If Zelga had killed Blind at the time there, it would have really worked out at this point. Could have queued all of this in, but I mean, at the time he had to be aggressive. I understood the skip totally there, as we get the red pendant from Blind on Skelly's side. We got the green pendant from Moth over on Zelga's side. One of these runners just figured out which one's there. This is still gonna be extremely close.
Yeah, because now it's time for Skelly's Moth kill.
Okay, gonna go
all right.
That green pendant turn in here. If you're rooting for the Eastern skippers here, this is where you're gonna want to see this is where you're gonna want to see that Quake medallion. If you're rooting for the validation casual boots there, just boots, you're rooting the other way for sure. All right, the answer is gonna be on pedestal today.
Chat, you can celebrate. We have delivered you a Ped seed.
All right, well, Zelga knows this immediately. He's got to go kill Blind, dash up to there. We're still probably going to be within maybe like 30 seconds of each other, I think, here. I mean, maybe a little bit more than that, but it's going to be wild.
A seed for the sickos. It ends up being Ped after all.
And the thing is we don't 100% know that it is Quake on Ped. We don't know. It could be just Book on Ped.
Oh my gosh.
Which would be the second straight Book on Ped seed that I've calmed this tournament. At that point, I'm going to retire from calms forever.
Just uninstall your Discord, put your mic up on eBay.
All right. Okay. That is Moth down over on Skelly's side there with the green pendant. And we've got a... Okay.
Yeah, we gotta do the mirror. We have a whole song and dance here to do.
Yep. Okay, and there's Blind down over on Zelga's side, so Zelga losing a little bit of time. We're gonna find out real quick exactly what is it on Ped right now. 3 pendants being raised to the sky. And we are going to pull out the Quake medallion at 118. Skelly is our first runner into go mode. Zelga will probably be a good 30 to 45 seconds behind him. Here we go. Strap in. We've got a heck of a race.
Oh my goodness. What a blind Ped pull. Oh, that is disgusting.
All right, maybe it is gonna be back to a minute here. Okay. Zelga making their way through here.
Dead rocks, please. Just a disgusting item chain there.
Yep, and that'll be it for Zelga as well. We got about 45 seconds between the runners right here. We got both runners converging on Turtle Rock. We're gonna have to finish this one real quick. Item-wise, we've got everything we could possibly want. We literally have almost everything in the game right now outside of silver arrows and a book here, so let's see if we can't go ahead and fill out our trackers there and let Mad Ewok Herd there be able to retire for the rest of the day.
Yeah, or one more bottle too. We can always hit bottle percent.
Oh, we haven't hit bottle percent. That is a good point.
But I just want to point out, having done an Oops All Dungeon seed, we're entering our last dungeon with a sub 120. That is speedy. These runners are good.
Yep. At the execution level, the level of the Invitational League is just wild anymore. It's crazy. All right, we're into Turtle Rock right now. It's just basically we need to find what crystals we can, not what crystals, what keys we can really quick and go from there. And yeah, so I'm gonna check these 2 fire-locked chests here real fast, find 2 small keys. We're gonna have to go to the other side of the front of Turtle Rock here. Check the compass chest, check the chain chomp's chest. All right, we're getting 39 seconds on entry there. Thank you, chat, there for counting down the seconds there. I have not been, and we're gonna... So, okay, that is an item, so Chain Chomp chest is gonna tell us whether or not we're gonna have to go all the way to the big key chest here. Ooh. Okay, Skelly, yeah, taking the slightly more dangerous route there through this part. I think it might save a little time, but, like, you ever get knocked off by one of those jellies there, you will feel very bad about every decision you have ever made. There's our book. So, we're going all the way to the lava chest today. We got a vanilla big key.
Yuck.
Man. So what, are silver arrows just on ether tablet? What do you think here?
Yeah, or they might be on Laser Bridge, and I bet you we'll get 2 keys before we get there and not check Laser Bridge.
Or it's going to be the very last chest on Laser Bridge, but we'll get the key on number 3.
Yeah. And then Ganon will cheekily say, "Did you get the silver arrows in Turtle Rock?" Yuck.
Yeah. Alright, big key acquired for Skelly. And with the big key being there, you're not going to get to skip anything. We're not going to do anything. This is purely execution. That bonk there from Skelly, I mean, Zelga is gaining. We're in the same room as each other. Skelly's just with like about a 2 to 3 screen lead here. Zelga is coming hard and fast on his tail.
Yeah, I mean, huh. Dazed Cloud, I think you made chat laugh with some unfortunate phrasing.
That's why they pay me the big bucks, bud. That's why they pay me the big bucks.
Swish.
Moving on. All right.
Yes, we are on to the Crystal Roller Room. Nothing here.
This might come down to literally, are you going to zero cycle Trinex? Are you going to you know, are you going to choose right in GT? Like, we're fully into this. Now, Skelly going ahead and using the cape while on the platform there just to make sure we don't take any additional damage here.
Yep, and now we're going to see... How far do we get on Laser Bridge? You say 3 chests. Oof, immediately getting shot.
Right. A fall is time given away is what it is here.
Hey, it is 3. And no thank you.
Goodbye, silver arrows.
Yeah, we know the silver arrows have to be. They just have to be in that last chest. And because you did not pick that up, well, you're condemned to spin to win.
And to be, we're being kind of cheeky about it, but yeah, no, that neither of these runners care about that. Like there's very little difference between the two. Zelga cleaner on his laser skips there, a little bit of time saved. Skele got the okay, maybe gonna get a not gonna get a 0 cycle here, but it's still gonna be a fast Trinex. Now if Zelga pulls the 0 cycle here, that's gonna be a little bit more time clawed back.
Yeah, it is going to come down to the GT routing in just a hot second. And speaking of, I hear a lot of people like the numbers game, so we could kick that off. Me, I always go 16 because, well, I always either do a Hope right or a Stalfos right play, and the answer, of course, is always in Rando Room to make me suffer the most and question my decisions, so that's why I say 16.
Okay, and Zelga did get the 0 cycle, did get Trinex down a little bit faster here. Okay, so Skelly getting out of there at about 125.20. I mean, I think Zelga probably gained a good 9 seconds on that. It's not gonna... I mean, 30 seconds is still a big difference here going into GT.
All right, get your final guesses in. As soon as they enter GT, it's over for you. So let's check it out.
Okay, 125.59 on Skelly's screen there. Gonna go right to Hope Room here first. Small key, gonna continue.
Yeah, this is kind of a play that I've seen a lot of top runners do. If you just get the small key on in Hope Room, that you do continue your play and move on. That way, even if it is a left play, it's over. Although we're gonna see a little divergence here.
Okay, not on the torch. We've got I think Zelga going for basically the DM strats here, kind of the other play here, that it saves you the most time if you've got a key in the front here. If the key is here in Stalfo's room, Zelga's going to take the lead, but if it's deeper, it's probably more time given to Skele there, and it's not in Stalfo's room, so Skele's going to gain a little bit of time from that play.
Yeah, now this is going to play into Skele's hands, as Zelga is going to go right now, and we know that is incorrect.
But we are seeing there in chat, eagle-eyed there in chat, noticing that Skelly did not pick up the pot key after doing right side here. He's only going to have 2 keys right now. Now, this might not be a problem. It depends where the big key is. He's going to have to pay attention to his keys. That's the biggest thing here. He's opening up that room right there. Okay.
Here we go.
All right, Zelga with 2 keys here. He's not picking up the pot key either.
Huh.
Both runners just gambling hard here.
Well,
Honestly, these guys have been playing a one-mind seed this entire time. As we get a small key right there, everything is good. Map just not having anything. Rando room. What are you gonna have here for us today? Trying to think if rando room. Okay, so we got nothing. We've got nothing. Nothing. And a green 20. Hi, our boots have been in GT this entire time.
All right. That's, I believe, 17 checks so far? No, 16.
Yeah.
I'm counting back from 22. 19. No, that's 17. Yeah, my bad.
Okay. So, moving on here into Ice Armos over on Skelly's side. Not here either. Are we really going to throw this entire room at this point? All right, so we're going to go to Ice Armos.
Let's check it out.
Oh, Skelly not going to get the quick kill on Ice Armos here. It's going to lose a little bit of time. Just a smidge, not a ton. But, I mean, at this point, when we're this close to the end of the seed, every little bit counts there. Gets the big key there in the next room. Doesn't check the other chest. It, honestly, really could be silvers at this point. I mean, that would help coming up the rest of this.
Because we're almost like literally out of chests. I mean,
all right, Zelga going ahead. Oh, he's also missed the quick kill, and he's actually having a little bit worse of a time here. He had to save some arrows there for getting through Mimic 1 and 2 up here. Gonna go ahead, grab the big key. Gonna check the other chest, not actually silver arrows, so Skelly getting bailed out there. And Skelly is making their way into the gauntlet immediately. This is gonna come down purely to execution, purely to Landmo 2, purely to Moldorm 2, and then the super fun that is Ganon at the top.
Yep, strap in, folks. It's gonna be a wild and woolly one from here.
All right. Zelga getting through, being very, very careful with his arrows there. So having to slow down a little bit because he didn't want to accidentally use too many. Only had the maximum of 8 there, that the minimum of 8 that he needed to get through there.
Some discussion and oh, go on. Sorry.
I was just saying. You first.
I was just saying, some discussion in chat as we see Skelly going into Landmo 2 here. Do you pick up the 4 gauntlet chests?
I would pick up the left one at the very least in this one, just because you can get the left one and get to the door. You know, you can use the hook shot to get to the left one to get to the door without pretty much any problem. Now, Skelly not getting the quick kill on Landmo 2 here. I got to imagine both runners are feeling this, knowing that it's a thing. Zelga getting a little bit better RNG through Gauntlet 2 here. Also through Gauntlet 3, they're having a lot of, honestly, just a little bit better luck here. It's been a smoother Gauntlet through Zelga. Skelly still having the lead, though.
Yeah, but this is how you claw back time. It's just pure execution. It will be interesting to see how Trolldorm is handled.
Okay. That explains how why Skelly had problems there. We had a very, very, very kind of unfortunate Landmo 2 pattern there where we had a bunch of short hops. Okay, so what is Skelly going to check up here? He's going to grab the key. He's going to grab one. There was another key up here the entire time, so there was nothing to worry about. Okay.
So they check the one chest. And let's see. No, nothing there. So Zelga could check the right side of that first room with the 2 chests in it. Nice kill of Troll Dorm. Let's see what Zelga decides to do, rather.
Okay, takes a second there, make sure he gets everything. He's also just not going to worry about it here. Oh, he hooked the wrong thing there for a second, but he's going to get through. Zelga doesn't look like he's even going to check chest. He's just going to go straight for it, I think.
Yeah, I mean, at this caliber of runner, even with all that we've done, when they're at the hour and 30 mark, they're thinking, oh my gosh, my opponent could be done any second now. Like, we're an hour and a half in. Like, what the heck? We should be done already.
All right, patterns on Aga 2 here aren't being too bad for either runner. They're looking pretty straightforward. Yeah, Skelly gonna go ahead and take that down here, so he's gonna be first into Ganon here, keeping his lead. Zelga is right behind him, as I learn to watch my mouth.
Alright, well, we'll be able to breeze through phases 1 and 2, but then we're gonna have to have your last test of execution being how well can you do doubles and or triples.
Oh, I think Zelga might have an additional cycle here on this Aga 2 fight here. Yeah, he's going to have the additional cycle there, so that's a little bit of time back for Skelly.
All right, oh, and the nice dash poke strats too.
Yeah, into phase 2 already on Skelly's side there with this butter sword. That does make phase 1 and phase 2 fairly trivial, but I mean, we're within a Ganon fall here of a massive lead change. So
yeah, but we don't want to commentate or curse that. So we'll see how this plays out.
Okay, here we go.
There we go.
Phase 4. Setting up for the spin. It's on Death Mountain. It looks like they were probably in Mimic Cave today. Or maybe they were on Ether Tablet the entire time. Oh god, I need one of these guys to go check to see if it was legitimately just on Ether Tablet. Okay.
It's probably the Ether Tablet, I bet you. And seeing as we didn't get the book till GT, that silver arrows can disappear forever.
Okay. Skelly into this here. Pretty comfortable through here. He's got the timing down. Takes down Ganon there. Should be fine here as long as he doesn't press up. And he's going to be good. All right, so go ahead, get your GGs into chat there for Skelly, who's going to take the win in this unbelievable race here between him and Zelga Dasan here as he crosses the line with a race time GG time of 1:36.25. Get your GGs into chat there. What a race.
I have nothing to add to that. Wow, that was just remarkable. Just oops, pretty much all dungeons aside from Aga 1. And dropping a hot 1:36.25 or so, you know, oof, that is spicy times.
Yeah, crazy seed. Amazing swings between this one. I mean, this is probably one of my favorite seeds that I've calmed in quite a long time. As Zelga goes ahead and takes down Ganon as well, and he's gonna go ahead and cross the line in just a moment here, and he'll clock in at a time of 1:37.19. Make sure to get your GGs into chat for Zelga as well, as man, just a wild race. And hopefully we'll have both of these guys in here in just a minute to chat about this entire thing.
Yeah, maybe unpack some trauma, cry, rage. What a nasty seed there.
Talk about how it is that for the first 35 minutes, these guys did exactly the same thing as the other one, and then basically all hell broke loose afterwards. Fantastic here. They look like they are in the waiting room here. I'm gonna bring them on up. All right, and we are joined today by both of our racers there, Skele and Zelga Dasan. Guys, amazing, amazing race. GG's to you both.
GG's, thank you.
Yo, GG's. Yeah.
What a goofy race. A hot open, and yes, go on Dazed.
Well, I was gonna say, yeah, before we start breaking down what happened here, how are you guys feeling there at the end of that? There, Skele, you since you took the win, I guess I'll ask you first there. How what were your thoughts there on the seed so far?
Well, I knew there was a chance after Left Side Swamp that it was just going to be an auto win. So because of that, I was kind of relaxed, especially once I found out it was also a PED seed. So I was playing it very conservatively the whole time. It was definitely a seed where that was rewarded. So I was feeling pretty good about it.
Cool. And Zoga, any quick impressions of the seed there?
Honestly, I felt like I was behind after spending like a minute in Dark Turtles, which was really early in the race. And then I just kept finding absolutely nothing in everything I was doing that had any relevance. So I already felt fairly behind by the time I was entering Thieves. And at that point, I knew there was a chance it was a pedestal seed, which is the entire reason I took blind to the room. But I figured I needed to cut my losses somewhere and try and make up a little bit of time. Even if that's like 30 seconds, it still is plenty of like something that you have to consider cutting against someone like Skelly. So it was like, it's probably not a pedestal seed. I'm probably just going to find one of the medallions and it'll lead to the other. But then it was, and then even then when I was debating on going towards the pedestal, I decided to do Moth Green Pendant Thieves Pedestal instead of Thieves Moth Pedestal Green Pendant, just to try and save the time because I hadn't killed blind. And it seems like between both of those things, that was more than enough time to be losing.
Oh, I didn't realize you turned in Green Pendant too. I didn't do that.
Yeah, and it all stems to the fact that I didn't kill blind.
Yeah,
so,
that makes sense.
Which meant that I was going to do Moth first to try and avoid going back to Thieves.
Yeah, sure.
If we're being honest here, that green pendant turn-in is the only difference between the two of you. I would say that as far as checks go, because otherwise, you guys have every other check done. Like, you skip the same chest in Turtle Rock, you skip the same chest in GT. I mean, it was hilarious because for the first 35 minutes of this seed, like, both of you did exactly the same things. Like,
that's kind of funny, actually. I'm not overly surprised, but it is pretty funny.
It was pretty much like there's the fork of the game where you can download and see if you have the ghost of your fellow runner. I swear sometimes you two were high-fiving at points.
Yeah, it brings back memories like Mario Kart Time Trials chasing the ghost in Mario 64. I did that a lot.
That was the good stuff right there. But yeah, the middle of the seed there. Okay, so well, I guess before I forget, while this is in my mind, Skelly, I gotta ask you a question there, bud. You were using Berna in a couple of different places there that I thought was just really, really aware. Like, I guess what was it? One of them that I really noticed was when you were jumping down in pod there, you had the red beetle who got kind of in between the things there, and you switched to Burna so you could just jump through, not scroll through the screen. Is that something you like practiced, or is that just something you just kind of thought about at the time?
Oh yeah, that's part of my, I guess, playbook or whatever, like Burna or Cape there. Because like you said, it saves the screen transition. As far as I know, there's not really a good way to kill the beetle when you're up on that ledge.
Mm-hmm.
So it's an easy time save. But yeah, I mean, I think Burna is honestly one of the most like underutilized items in the game, especially when you have half magic. Like that lasts a really long time. Like you can get a lot of mileage out of it, really.
Your Burna use on on Moldorm, I honestly was speechless. I'd never seen that. I thought that would lag to absolute hell, but it didn't seem to.
Yeah, I mean, it makes the fight pretty much free if you have half magic. I think if you don't have half magic, you don't have a bull bar. But I mean, even then, you can still get like 1 or 2 hits, and then you don't have to worry about the rest of the fight if you're on fighter sword.
I'm definitely gonna have to stake that for myself at some point because man, that was a, you know, learn something new every time here, right?
Oh yeah, and just like the vast amount of spin speed, hook speeds, and other item dash speeds, also very impressive that both of you did.
I will say, Berna actually did influence my decision to go to pod. As weird as that sounds, because I was thinking about Dark Turtles the whole time. Because it was this awkward situation where I just found Mitts and I just found Hammer. So there's like so much stuff to do in the Dark World, but there's only one crystal, which is pod, right? So it's like either I go to pod as my first stop in the Dark World, or I'm going to do everything else first. And that just felt like putting off a crystal for way too long. But I was like, you know, even if I don't have Medallion, I don't have a way to light the torches. Berna makes it pretty safe to do Dark Turtles, at least. And I ended up using it a lot there, too.
Yeah, both of you did, actually, in Dark Turtles there. Yeah, Zelga, I know you were kind of saying that you felt like your Dark Turtles put you behind, but when I say that both of you did the exact same things, I mean both of you did the exact same things. Like, Skele also had kind of not the smoothest Dark Turtle room, if it's possible to have a smooth Dark Turtle with fighter sword. But yeah, man, it's just so hard to tell. Like the only time when you guys diverged, it finally came after you guys both did purple chest, and then Skele continued up into, you know, front of TR and up into Skull Woods there, and Zelga, you went down into the Desert Palace area. So you got the Zelga, you got the flippers there first, which put you into Swamp Palace there. And for a while, it looked like you were gonna have the lead, and then there's all the fire sources in over in Skull Woods. It's like, nope, wait, nope. Actually, Skele's got the lead, and then you got Samaria out of Left Side Swamp, and it was, oh wait, nope, Zelga. Okay, you know what? I don't know anymore.
Yeah, like I said, I don't really regret a lot of the decisions I made. But I'm not surprised to hear that that was actually kind of a divergence point, because I feel like a lot of people would probably just flute right back to 3 and just take the portal again and do the village. And I just really wanted to skip the village as long as I could. I felt like I needed some sort of play in terms of just trying to make some sort of a separation. Like, when you're going against runners like Skelly, there's just such a tight window that you have to try and take advantage of in terms of, like, are you going to be able to make some sort of a difference play that gets you a lead? So I wanted there to be at least a little divergence, and I felt like going to Fire Sourceless Desert might have been a decent one, because then I'd even get the medallion info. But I'm really still satisfied with how this went. Obviously, it sucks to lose. I hate losing, especially because of, you know, if it's one-on-one, I don't care. But this is a team thing, so now when you lose, you're letting down other people. So there's like, yeah, I don't regret the decisions, but the end result kind of sucks. But there's no shame losing to Skelly either. So I don't mind that part at all.
Definitely hear that. Definitely hear that there.
Yeah, for sure.
Lee's got a whole different level of stress there. Sorry, Skelly.
No, I was just gonna say it's so much more stressful playing in League than it is like playing on ladder or something, just because, you know, you've got other people on your team too that are counting on you.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm just down in the open league, and I still feel the same kind of pressure, you know, with my race on Sunday this week. You know, gotta gear up. You know, I'll do a little grinding just to like get a few new techs down. You know, like a little better execution, because I don't want to let my teammates down.
Yeah. Speaking of teammates, guys, this was the first match between your two teams for this week. Any clue on when the second match is going to be?
The second one is over the weekend. I want to say Sunday, like noon Eastern, I think. It'll be Tiverius and Dr. Marty.
Ooh, that'll be a hot one.
That's another good one. Yeah, definitely. All right. Well, I guess then with that, I can't really think of anything else I want to say. So anything you guys want to add here at the end before we shut this thing down?
Just a really fun race, as usual. We've been playing a lot this year, and it's always been close. So, yeah, GG's again.
Yeah, GG's as well. Yeah, I think this is our 5th tournament race now, just in like the last few months. So we're getting to know each other pretty well. So,
yep.
Yeah, and thank you guys for the commentary, the tracking, the restream. Really appreciate kind of being able to be showcased like this.
Hey, we're glad to have you. You know, big ups to both of you being on Restream. Yeah, just any final thoughts here for anyone? I'm just trying to think. Yeah, I mean, I was just blown away by how this seed went and how well you all played. I just want to say my thanks to Dazed Cloud and Mad Ewok Herd for coming up here too, and for SpeedGaming, you know? Big ups to this network.
Yeah, definitely. Make sure if you get a chance here, go ahead, follow all of the SpeedGaming channels here. We got a whole bunch more league races coming on this week, and basically for the next, I'd say at least a good 6 weeks leading into the playoffs, and then it's just a whole bunch of great ones here. This week's Casual Boots. After this, we're going to have a 2-week period here where we're going to go into the co-op Retrants, which is going to be a whole bunch of fun. Also, next week is going to be SpeedGaming Live there, so it'll be the actual, Insight festival, tournaments, all sorts of amazing stuff here. So make sure to go ahead, follow SpeedGaming for all of your needs here. And I'm starting to see that looks like SpeedGaming might actually need this channel, so we probably should get going.
Yeah, well, cheers, everyone. Have a great night, and we'll see you for another match very soon.